KSMO Salem.
Good afternoon and welcome to KSMO Radio. Let's take a look at your noon hour weather forecast. We could have some scattered showers and thunderstorms between 2 and 4 this afternoon. The day will be mostly sunny with a high temperature near 80 degrees and southwesterly winds will be 8 to 10 miles per hour with gusts as high as 18 miles per hour. By the way, that chance of precipitation for this afternoon is 40%. Tonight, clouds will be increasing and we'll have a low temperature around 59 degrees. Winds will be out of the south at 6 to 8 miles per hour. Tomorrow we have a 50-50 chance of showers during tomorrow afternoon with mostly sunny skies and a high temperature near 82 degrees. Southerly winds will be 9 to 15 miles per hour with gusts as high as 25 miles per hour. Tomorrow night we have a chance of showers and thunderstorms, then showers and possibly a thunderstorm after midnight. Chance of precipitation for Friday night is 80% with new rainfall amounts between a half and 3/4 of an inch being possible. Our low temperature Friday night will be around 46 with southerly winds, 11 to 13 miles per hour becoming westerly after midnight. And those winds could gust as high as 25 miles per hour. Our weekend's going to start out on Saturday with a 50-50 chance of showers with partly sunny skies and a high temperature near 60 degrees. Winds will be out of the northwest at 11 to 14 miles per hour with gusts as high as 25 miles per hour. Then Saturday night we'll have clear skies, low temperature around 35 degrees. Sunday should be sunny with a high temperature near 68. Then skies will be clear Sunday night with a low temperature around 41. Then Monday, that new work week starts out with sunny skies and a high temperature near 73 degrees. Monday night, skies will be mostly clear with a low around 48. Then Tuesday will be mostly sunny with a high temperature near 73 degrees. Tuesday night will be mostly clear with a low around 52. And Wednesday, a chance of showers is in our Wednesday forecast with mostly sunny skies and a high temperature near 77 degrees. And that's your noon hour weather update brought to you by all of us here at KSMO, where it's now time for the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report.
Stress is nothing new in agriculture, but let's be honest, the pressure dial feels turned up pretty high right now. Hello everyone, I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and this is my 2 cents. I talk to farmers and ranchers every day, and the list sounds familiar. Tight margins, high input costs, market swings, weather curveballs, equipment that never breaks at a convenient time, and bills that don't wait for a better season. That kind of weight adds up. In this business, there's a lot of pride in being the one who handles it, the fixer, the problem solver, the steady one that everybody else leans on. But here's today's 2 cents. Even the steadiest shoulders need backup. It is okay to ask for help. That might mean calling your lender before there's a crisis instead of after, sitting down with an advisor to walk through options, talking with a counselor when the stress starts following you to the dinner table and keeping you up at night, or simply telling a friend or neighbor, "I'm not doing so great right now." Agriculture is built on community. It always has been, from harvest help to barn raisings to neighbors pulling each other out of the mud. Support is part of our shared history. There's no rule that says it can't be part of our present as well. Taking care of your farm, your ranch, your livestock includes taking care of yourself. That's not weakness. That is simply good management. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield. That's my 2 cents.
From sunrise in the fields to late nights in the barn, agriculture never stops, and neither does Brownfield Ag News. Brownfield is your trusted source for what matters most in agriculture: markets, weather, policy, technology, and the voices shaping rural America. We go beyond the headlines, delivering timely, accurate reporting rooted in the realities of farm life. Whether it's breaking news that impacts your bottom line, in-depth interviews with industry leaders, or stories that reflect the heart and grit of rural communities, Brownfield keeps you informed and connected. We understand agriculture and the importance of bringing clarity to complex issues and telling the stories that often go unheard. From local to national, from the field to the capital, Brownfield Ag News is agriculture's voice. Stay informed, stay connected. Brownfield Ag News, where agriculture lives.
The foundation is set.
Missouri knocks off the #1 team in the nation.
The frame is built.
On the run, Mitchell for the flush, Missouri by 20.
And the gates
The habits, the response to detail, the execution, all that stuff matters.
are open.
Drives right baseline to the rim, jams it as he hangs and got fouled.
This is your radio home for Mizzou basketball.
Cruz, here comes the three. Bang! He splashed it home.
The Central Bank Tiger Network from Learfield.
Direct cash cattle trade is picking up, and cash hogs are not reported at midday. Hello, I'm Megan Grebner with your Brownfield Livestock Market Report. Direct cash cattle trade activity is starting to develop. A few more deals have been reported in the South, fully steady with the week's previous business and last week. More bids have surfaced. Those are at $248 live in the South and $388 dressed in the North. But asking prices haven't been floated. With cattle on feed numbers released tomorrow, significant trade volume could hold out until then. There was another light round of business in the South on Wednesday, marked at $248 live, and a handful of dress deals in Nebraska were at $388. Box beef was higher at midday on solid demand for moderate offerings. Choice up 56 cents at $382.54. Select is 46 cents higher at $379.04. At the Hub City Livestock Auction in South Dakota, steers 700 to 749 pounds and 900 to 949 pounds are $4 to $10 higher. The best test was on heifer, 700 to 749 pounds, which were mostly steady. Heifer, 750 to 799 pounds were $6 to $9 higher. The USDA says many animals were sold in loads and strings. Demand was very good for all classes of cattle. Flesh conditions varied from light to heavy. Medium and large one feeder steers, 607 to 643 pounds, brought $460 to $490. Medium and large one feeder heifers, 659 to 694 pounds, brought $387.50 to $414. Cash hog prices were not reported at midday. There were just a handful of negotiated purchases. Processors had a couple of back-to-back days of solid business at higher prices, but overall the market's been inconsistent. There have been some bright spots when it comes to demand for U.S. pork globally, but long-term concerns linger. We are heading into summer grilling season, which could help provide some support to the domestic market. The 5-day rolling average for barrows and gilts at the National Daily Direct was $90.85. Butcher hog prices at the Midwest cash markets are $4 lower at $60. At Illinois, slaughter sow prices were steady with moderate demand for moderate offerings at $47 to $58. Barrows and gilts were steady with moderate demand for moderate offerings at $45 to $55. And pork values were higher at midday, up $1.90 at $97.04. Bellies jumped more than $10 to start the day. I'm Megan Grebner, Brownfield Ag News.
Hey Missouri, this is Mike Mullins, your local channel agronomist. Here to let you know that Channel Agronomy has more than doubled our team of agronomists. That means more game-changing local insights, more personalized advice, and more boots on the ground support to take your acres to the next level. Here in my area, we are seeing the swing in weather conditions that can cause delayed emergence. With that being said, it can open up challenges for variable stands within the field. Making sure you have an optimal planting window helps ensure your hybrid or variety has the best chance to get up and out of the ground for a great start. And with Channel Agronomy on your team, you'll always be ready to make the right move. For more local agronomy tips from agronomists like me, visit channel.com/agronomy. Read and follow pesticide label directions, grain marketing, and other stewardship practices.
It has been the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report. It is now time for a look at updated funeral announcements, and it's being brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County for over 34 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker, and online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today. Be sure and pick one up every weekday or check it out online. Well, normally we do have updated funeral announcements to share with our listeners, but we have none to pass along today. That has been a look at updated funeral announcements brought to you as courtesy of Your World Today. Your World Today is the only daily news flyer in Dent County. It is available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker, and online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today has been serving Dent County for over 34 years, and the best part about it is absolutely free.
This is St. Louis Blues analyst Joey Vitale. There is nothing more exhilarating than watching St. Louis Blues hockey in person. But if you can't make it to the game, you can catch all the action here on your Ozark sports leader, KSMO Radio in Salem, Missouri. Your radio home for St. Louis Blues hockey.
It is now time for a look at local news, and it's being brought to you by Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus. SBU Salem Campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding area. For more on degrees and programs, stop by SBU Salem Campus today at 501 South Grand Street, or you can call them at 573-729-7071. I'm Bob Parsons reporting. City of Salem Administrator Sally Burbridge reports the City of Salem Electric Department will complete important maintenance work Friday, April 17th, with a planned power outage scheduled to take place from 7:30 to 9:30 in the morning. The outage is needed so crews can safely replace an electrical pole at the corner of Main Street and 8th Street. The pole cannot remain energized during the work. The outage is expected to last about 2 hours and will affect North Main Street, East 10th Street, East 11th Street, and nearby connecting streets. Customers in these areas should plan ahead for the temporary loss of power. To prepare for this outage, those affected can turn off or unplug sensitive electronics such as computers and TVs, keep refrigerator and freezer doors closed, and be prepared for a brief service interruption. The city appreciates your assistance and patience as the electric department completes this work to keep the city electric system safe and reliable. Salem Police Department is warning residents about a recent surge in fraudulent text messages claiming to be from the Missouri Department of Revenue, which may claim you have an unpaid traffic ticket or toll, threaten license suspension, fines, or legal action, and may include a link to make an immediate payment. These messages are scams. The Missouri Department of Revenue does not send text messages demanding payment or threatening penalties. Red flags to watch for include suspicious or unfamiliar web links or QR codes, urgent language demanding immediate action, requests for payment via unofficial websites, or messages asking you to reply or click a link. The Salem Police Department urges residents not to click on any links, scan QR codes, or respond, not to provide personal or financial information, and to delete the messages immediately. Scammers want you to act quickly, so the text will list bad things that can happen if you don't respond now. Default judgments, fines, or enforcement actions. If you believe you've been victimized, report it to your local law enforcement agency as soon as possible. Please help increase public awareness and fraud protection by sharing this alert with family, friends, and colleagues. If you've been scammed or think you have been contacted by a scammer, report it to the FCC at reportfraud.ftc.gov. For more information on how to protect yourself and your neighbors, visit consumer.ftc.gov. Congratulations to Leah Deller, who was honored at the 2026 Youth Art Month celebration at the Missouri State Capitol. Deller received the prestigious President's Choice Award along with art supplies and a $100 Blick gift certificate. Cody Nichols, art teacher of Salem High School, was also recognized with a $200 Blick gift certificate. Representing Salem High School alongside Deller were Haley Yerk, Madison Reese for the group calendar project, and Janine Mariolette, each showcasing high-quality work that reflected the talent and creativity of the students in our community. Organized by the Missouri Art Education Association, Youth Art Month is a nationwide observance held each March to emphasize the importance of visual arts education for all students. The 2026 theme, The World Needs Art, was highlighted through a statewide exhibit featuring exceptional K-12 artwork from across Missouri, displayed in the Capitol from mid-March through April. Each MAEA member art teacher may submit up to 4 student artworks. ensuring broad representation from schools statewide. The celebration concluded with an award ceremony on April 9th in the Capitol Rotunda, where top honors including the Governor's Mansion Award, the Governor's Award, the MAEA Chairman Award, and the MAE President's Award recognized both student achievement and the dedication of art educators. The City of Salem Board of Aldermen met for its regular meeting Tuesday evening. After the Pledge of Allegiance, roll call, and approval of the agenda and consent agenda, the board approved the resolution certifying the municipal election results, followed by an oath of office for newly elected officials, Mayor Greg Parker, 2-year term, East Ward Alderman Nathan Kinsey, 2-year term, and West Ward Alderwoman Catherine Dent, 2-year term. The board then elected Alderman Rick Letchworth as president. Mayor Parker's reappointments to various municipality bodies, including the Planning and Zoning Board, Board of Adjustments, Utility Committee, Parks and Recreation, Enhanced Enterprise Zone, and Airport Board, were approved. Krista DeLuca provided the audit presentation for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2025. Due to spending more than $750,000 in federal funding, the city had received an additional audit, which was known as a single audit. Within the independent auditor's report on compliance with federal programs, there were no findings, of which DeLuca commended the city. DeLuca shared that the city had received an unmodified opinion, which means that after performing the auditing procedures, the financial statements were found to be fairly stated. The audit showed the city's total assets were $40,729,000 and total liabilities were $10,852,000. The total net position for the city is $30,662,000. The electric fund showed an increase in net position of $1.6 million, while the water fund showed an increase of $915,000. Moving on, the board approved the request for street closure along the street for the Art in the Parking Lot event September 26th from 8 in the morning till 5 in the evening from Tana Kettner of the Salem Area Arts Council. The board also approved the recommendation of Brandon Snyder to the Salem Housing Authority. Parker read a proclamation recognizing the impact and contributions of the Salem Public Library, declaring Library Week from April 19th through April 25th. The board approved amending its previous motion from Mid-State Pipeline for the wastewater treatment plant and its FEMA mitigation project, along with a resolution approving a contract for the control panel improvements. The board approved an ordinance authorizing the mayor to accept and execute an access easement from HMH Properties, LLC, for permanent access and utility purposes, and the lease of the former water pretreatment building between HMH Properties, LLC, and the city. The board then approved for staff to pursue the sale of surplus equipment on Purple Wave. Under bids, the board approved a bid from Rommel Lock and Alarm for $14,250 for a 360-degree camera system to be installed at the city park and monitored by the Salem Police Department dispatch. The board approved a bid from Roberts Judson at a cost of $5,421.27 to replace the front door, office windows, and kennel windows of the Salem Animal Shelter. Police Chief Joe Chase reported the Department of Agriculture has inspected the shelter and given it a perfect score. The board approved a bid from Resolve IT to continue its services to the city for another year, the cost of which has been budgeted at $7,500. 2 change orders for the wastewater treatment plant were also approved, one to extend the contract for the Phase 2A project to accommodate for the delay in delivery of pump equipment, and another to elevate a control panel at a cost of $9,428 for FEMA mitigation. Finally, in reports from city officials, City Administrator Sally Burbidge stated bids for plaster repair work at the old City Hall building had been put out twice with no applicants. Staff will be looking into changing to overlay with drywall. In addition, Burbidge invited the aldermen to reach out to her if they are interested in pursuing a citywide art contest to develop a city flag, as she has been reached out to by SACBA and Tom Haynes on the matter. Parker informed the board that there are currently no ordinances on subcommittees. By law, the city is required to, so the board will need to consider adding ordinances on subcommittees. Finance Director Stacy Houston reported the total sales tax revenues collected for fiscal year 2026 were $3,708,625, up from last year by 2.7%, including the General Revenue Fund, Parks and Recreation Fund, and Capital Improvement Fund. The ending total of all funds is approximately $17 million, and the city having brought in 65% of its budgeted amount and having spent 58% of its budgeted amount. Public Works Director Steve Payne reported the new water tower is up and paint work is expected to begin soon. Fire hydrants are being maintained across the east side of the city, estimated 60 to be maintained and repainted. A pole has been identified on 8th Street, which requires immediate maintenance, and power outage expected from 8th Street toward Highway 19. A culvert that runs under Philmart's drive-through had begun to cave in, so street crew members constructed a ramp to help traffic through the area. Inspection with Toth and Associates has determined the cost to replace the culvert to be quite high, with expectations for the city to utilize prior year funds to reserve funds for the project. Longtime city mechanic John Roos will be exiting his role on April 22nd. Payne commended Roos for a job well done in his role. Payne reminded the public to call 573-729-4811 if there are electric, water, sewer, or street issues. For after hours, call the Salem Police Department at 573-729-4242. Parks and Recreation Director Melissa DuBois shared the pool will be opening this year and that rumors it will not are false. Summer ball registrations are still open until Thursday, April 16th. Alderwoman Catherine Dent reports she met with Dent County Clerk Angie Curley and discussed methods to get people out to vote and indicated the Community Involvement Committee will be assisting the county in voting education during the primary election. Alderman Rick Letchworth shared an interest in taking steps to ban kratom products within city limits. The next regular scheduled meeting of the Board of Aldermen will be at 6 o'clock during the evening of Tuesday, April 28th at 202 North Washington in the Old City Hall Auditorium, and it will be open to the public. Well, that has been a look at local news, and it was brought to you by SBU Salem Campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. For more about SBU Salem Campus, contact them at 573-729-7071.
Southwest Baptist University's Salem campus has degree plans that are affordable and designed to fit your busy lifestyle. SBU is now offering degrees in emergency medical technology, health sciences, and many more. SBU Salem campus is a Christ-centered, caring academic community preparing students to be servant leaders in a global society. Contact us at 573-729-7071 to change your future today.
Do you know who some of the most avid readers of Cardinals Magazine are? It's Cardinal alumni. Our former players tell me time and again that Cardinals Magazine is one of their favorite ways to stay connected to the birds on the bat.
And you know, Ricky, I've heard the same thing. They feel like they're still coming to the ballpark each day when they're enjoying the impressive lineup of feature stories in every issue of Cardinals Magazine.
Cardinals Magazine helps you really get to know the current players, not only their stories in uniform, but who they are off the field and how they got to where they are.
And it doesn't stop with the stories on current players. No one does a better job giving fans a truer picture of everything happening on the field, inside the ballpark, and all over Cardinals Nation. Even stories on our Cardinals alumni.
Join our former players who enjoy the classic coverage of Cardinals Magazine. Subscribe for yourself and your favorite fan at cardinals.com/magazine or 314-345-9000.
Cardinals Magazine. It's all here.
It is now time for a look at local and regional sports. It's being brought to you as a courtesy of your Ozark sports leader, KSMO. The Salem Baseball Tigers are scheduled to play the Willow Springs Bears this afternoon at the SHS Baseball Field Complex starting at 4:30 in SCA Conference play. The game, if played, will be carried on KSMO Radio, AM 1340 and 95.7 FM, and video streamed on KSMO Media, which includes KSMORadio.com, KSMO's Stream Facebook page, and the KSMO YouTube page, beginning at 4:15 with Coach Tony Edwards and Tiger Talk. Salem enters the game with a 4-6 record on the year and 1-2 in the SCA Conference, and the Bears are 1-9 on the season and 0-3 in the SCA Conference. The Salem Lady Softball Tigers are scheduled to be hosting the Thayer Lady Bobcats this afternoon at 4:30 at the Salem City Park. Salem is 9-4 overall, and they are 2-2 in the SCA Conference going into this SCA Conference game today. Thayer is 11-2 overall and 3-0 in the conference. The Salem tennis team will host the Licking Wildcats this afternoon at 4 o'clock at the Salem City Park. Salem enters the competition with a 7-2 record, and Licking is 2-6. Earlier this year, Salem shut out the Wildcats in the first match of the year, 9-0. The Salem Junior High boys track team is scheduled to participate in the Owensville Middle School relays today, weather permitting. The weather stayed away for the most part of yesterday afternoon to allow the St. Louis Cardinals and Cleveland Guardians the time to finish up their 3-game series in Busch Stadium. During the bottom of the 6th, J.J. Weatherholt brought in a run on a sacrifice fly to right field, and Alec Burleson singled on a ground ball to center field that drove in 2 runs. The Guardians responded in the 7th with a pair of runs, but the Cardinals held on for a 5-3 win and took the series 2-1. Cardinals are off today before leaving on a 6-game road trip. The Blues will finish their 2025-26 season tonight in Utah against a playoff-bound Mammoth team. You can listen to that game live on KSMO Radio immediately following Salem Tiger baseball. And that's been a look at local and regional sports and is brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO. Stay tuned for a look at sports from the Missouri Net.
Sports is brought to you by Missouri's beef farmers and ranchers. Affordable beef cuts like chuck, round, and sirloin bring big flavor on a small budget. Get recipes on a budget at beefitswhatsfordinner.com.
Missouri Net Sports, I'm Bill Pollock. The Royals on a 3-game losing streak. They lost again 2-1 to the Tigers. Eli Morgan gave up a pinch hit, go-ahead home run in the 8th inning. It was a matchup that Matt Quattrero wanted.
Perez is more of a right-handed hitter, like Eli's changeup there. He was looking for it and got it. Pulled it to the right spot.
Jack Caglione went 3 for 3 at the plate.
Jack had a great night at the plate. I mean, he was patient early, took his walk. The triple was smoked. That ball was driven, and 2 other really good at bats as well. So it was an excellent night for him.
Royals dropped to 7-11. They'll close out the series this afternoon against the Tigers. The Cardinals took the rubber match of their series against the Guardians, 5-3 win. The Cardinals scored 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th to break a 1-1 tie. Alec Burleson drove in a pair of runs in the victory, coming through big.
I think I had 2 at-bats today with bases loaded. Struck out one of them and got the job done in the other. So that just tells you that guys in front of me are getting on, and I'm getting those opportunities.
Dustin May got the win, allowed just 1 run on 6 hits and 6 innings. Is he returning to his younger form when he was with the Dodgers?
I'm definitely a different person than I was then. I'm definitely a different pitcher. The way that I move and everything, my stuff's relative. But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to be the best version of myself in the body that I am today.
The Cardinals are 10-8. They'll visit Houston tomorrow. The St. Louis Blues wrap up their season with a game at Utah. The Blues coming off a 7-5 win over the Penguins on Tuesday. Was it the last game for Jordan Binnington in a Blues uniform?
That's the mystery, the beautiful thing in life. You don't really know what's coming. It's just, doing the day-to-day and seeing where it takes you. And for me, looking in the mirror after this year, I got to elevate my process. I want to be better, and I have the will to be better. So that's what's in my control, and that's my focus.
Bill Pollock, Missouri Net Sports.
Each year, underground utility lines are damaged because those lines were not marked prior to digging. Hitting an underground utility line can cause serious injury, it could disrupt service to you and other customers, and it could potentially result in fines and repair costs. I'm Commissioner John Mitchell of the Missouri Public Service Commission. Missouri law requires anyone digging underground to notify Missouri 811 before any excavation work begins. Remember, you must contact Missouri 811 before you dig. It's free and it's the law.
Dig safely, it's the law.
Where you do something matters. Camping is legal. Camping in a store is not.
We got a camper on aisle 9.
Fishing is legal. Fishing in a pool, you get the idea. Yes, drinking is legal. Getting high is legal. But being drunk or high behind the wheel is against the law. And it's dangerous. So always plan a sober ride.
Attention listeners, this message was brought to you by Save Mo Lives.
Tell your friends about us.
The best radio station I ever heard in my entire life.
KSMO.
Here at KSMO, it's now time for a look at news from the Missouri Net. Then stay tuned. I'll be back in about 5 minutes for your latest KSMO weather forecast.
Missouri Net News. I'm Sue Danielson. Brewers and distillers could ship directly to their customers under a bill currently in a House committee. Democrat Nick Kimball of St. Louis is sponsoring the measure.
The bill is ultimately about fairness.
Missouri wineries are already allowed to ship directly to consumers. A bill regulating intoxicating products derived from hemp is on the governor's desk. The bill would cap THC and require buyers at licensed marijuana dispensaries be 21 or older. A St. Louis area chiropractor has been sentenced to more than 8 years in prison in order to pay $4.7 million to Medicaid, Medicare, and TRICARE. Jerry Leach of Clayton pleaded guilty to fraud charges in 2021. Spring home selling season is underway amid a continued low inventory of homes on the market. St. Louis realtor Mark Gelman says there are several reasons.
Not enough new construction being built. People are rate locked. They're staying in their homes.
He also says they're seeing homeowners who buy a second home retain ownership of the first home, then rent it out. Missouri Net News.
A message from Tia Mori, actress and Fair Celebrity Ambassador.
Game day isn't staged, it's lived. It's the shopping, the cooking, the laughter. For families managing food allergy, preparation means everything. It's knowing the signs, having a plan, and carrying epinephrine everywhere life takes you. Because readiness doesn't take away the risk, it brings back the joy. When you're ready to act, you're ready to live.
Visit foodallergy.org/ready to act to learn more.
We're with Bridget, whose husband won't be home for months, and whose daughter is due any day. We're with Mike, who's leaving home to protect his family and yours. We're with all service members and their families who need community, connection, and maybe a bit of magic. Are you with them? Learn more at uso.org today.
Good afternoon and welcome to KSMO Radio. Let's take a look at your afternoon weather forecast. We could have some scattered showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. In fact, that chance of precipitation is 40%. We'll have mostly sunny skies with a high temperature near 80 degrees and southwesterly winds will be 8 to 10 miles per hour with gusts as high as 18 miles per hour. Clouds will be increasing tonight with low temperature around 59 degrees. Southerly winds will be 6 to 8 miles per hour. Tomorrow we have a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms during tomorrow afternoon with mostly sunny skies and a high temperature near 82 degrees. Southerly winds tomorrow will be 9 to 15 miles per hour with gusts as high as 25 miles per hour. Tomorrow night we have a chance of showers and thunderstorms to begin the night, then showers and possibly a thunderstorm after midnight. Chance of precipitation tomorrow night is 80% with new rainfall amounts between 1/2 and 3/4 of an inch being possible. Tomorrow night's low temperature will be around 46 with southerly winds 11 to 13 miles per hour. Those winds become westerly after midnight, and those winds could gust as high as 25 miles per hour. Then Saturday we have a 50-50 chance of showers with partly sunny skies and a high near 60 degrees. Winds will be out of the northwest at 11 to 14 miles per hour with gusts as high as 25 miles per hour. Skies will be clear Saturday night with low around 35. Then Sunday should be sunny with a high temperature near 68 degrees. We expect clear skies Sunday night, low around 41. Then Monday should be sunny with a high temperature near 73. Monday night skies will be mostly clear with low around 48. Then Tuesday will be mostly sunny with a high near 73. Tuesday night we expect mostly clear skies, low around 52, and we have a chance of showers in Wednesday's forecast with mostly sunny skies and a high temperature near 77 degrees.
KSMO Salem,